Hello, students. My name is Swati Zog, and I'm the Training and Placement Officer at Bhartish Education Trust Global Business School, Belgaum. A very hearty welcome to all of you all for this unique series of webinars that we have arranged for all our dear students out there, especially for those who are in the final year of their undergraduate programs. This webinar is basically to share our knowledge and experience with you. And in these volatile times, I'm sure such kind of mentoring, our sharing our experiences with you is going to go a long way in clarifying a lot of doubts in your minds. Well, today, as is my experience of training and placement for the MBA students for the past 10 years, I'm going to share with you some insights about careers in the new economy. Well, I come from an industry background with 8 years of industry experience as HR manager of a large media organization. And for the past 10 years, I've been teaching HR, and also I am the training and placement officer here. So I'm going to take you through certain new facets of knowledge where you will come to know about there are several other avenues of careers available today apart from the traditional ones. Well, you may say that what is wrong with the traditional career avenues that were there so far? Well, as you know, the times are changing, and with the pandemic here, there's going to be a lot of upheaval. It had already started, in fact. The economy is going to change a lot. What was there so far is going to get better or it's going to change, and this applies to the careers as well. Well, as of today, those students who are pursuing their BBA or BCom or BCA used to pursue traditional careers after their undergraduate, or they used to go for post graduation like MBA. And beyond that, then they used to choose marketing, they used to get into sales or banking or as HR managers. Now, a lot of changes are there in the horizon. By horizon, I would say the changes are going to be there in the very near future. Now, how are we going to cope with that? Well, the best way to cope with any change is to be prepared, and opportunity comes to those who are prepared to take it. Well, I would like to stress on a couple of aspects here. Firstly, what is the expectation of the industry? Well, the industry first looks at your subject knowledge, definitely, but more than that, the industry looks at the professionals who have excellent communication skills. I would stress that the first three things required for a successful professional is communication, communication, and communication. I cannot stress that further because we have to frequently talk to our clients, to our colleagues, to our stakeholders at board meetings. We continuously have to communicate what all we know. So please emphasize on honing your communication skills, which we do at Bhartish Global Business School. In fact, communication is so important that when you are able to attend an interview, they will judge you, they will gauge your communication skills, and even if there is a little bit less percentage of marks, that is, that's okay, but you should have very good communication skills. The second aspect that the industry looks for is the ability to learn. Those candidates who have the ability to learn are very, very valuable because these are the candidates for whom the industry can invest in, because the industry 4.0 that we are talking today, it changes almost on a day-to-day basis. Like, changes are adapted. You have to adapt to changes on a daily basis, and those candidates who are not rigid, who are willing to learn and adapt to the changing times, are valued a lot. The third aspect which I would like to emphasize is a positive attitude, that never say die spirit, that even if I've gone wrong, I apologize, I learn, I move forward. So learning, unlearning, relearning is as important as having a positive attitude in life, and especially at the workplace. Well, the next aspect which I want to focus is accountability. Today's professionals are required to work on an outcome basis. That is, you should know what you're doing, but more than that, you should know why you're doing what you're doing. So, having goals in mind, having objectives in mind, and being accountable, you should be responsible. The buck stops at you. you are responsible for whatever you do, because you are actually, and every employee is a cost to company, so you have to give back to the organization, and hence you should know exactly what you're doing and why. So accountability is there. Then I would like to come to the second part, and that is, what are the new age careers that I'm talking about? Well, apart from banking, apart from being into corporate HR, or apart from getting into the share markets, there are several avenues open today. Some of them are merchandise manager. If you get into a store today and you see all those beautifully laid out racks and shelves and the strategically placed standees and advertisements, you should know that there is a merchandise manager behind it. This person is in charge of selecting what sells when and who looks at it for how much time, and what to be kept in a store, how it should be laid out, what are the things that are picked up fast, the fast moving goods. All of this is done by the merchandise manager. Well, as you all are very active on social media, I'm sure most of you are on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. This is somewhere where you can have a great career as a social media manager, or you could also be into what is called as a digital manager, digital marketing manager, where you handle the social media presence of an organization, of a company, of a person also. Because having social media presence is not optional today, it is something, it's a bare necessity. And most companies, as you must be aware, are allocating a large part of their marketing budgets for social media. So having a strong social media presence, running campaigns, having the correct kind of message on social media is very important. And that is where students, candidates like you who are well versed with the nuances of social media have a great career there. Apart from this, you can also have a fantastic career in as a data analyst or as a big data analyst, where companies today work with large volumes of data, which is called big data, where you have volumes like buying behavior of lakhs of customers, or preferences of people, or their comments and reviews, and you have to work with data that is of a huge amount. And you have to find inferences, you have to find patterns, you have to find trends from it, you have to give your suggestions to the organization. All of this requires a lot of training, especially computer literacy, computer, you should be very well versed with the tools that are used in big data analysis. But mind you, the careers that I'm talking to you today, although they are new age careers, but the courses are always available for them. You can always hone these skills. uh, as you are pursuing your MBA degree, we will be guiding you as to how you can make a career in these professions. But how exactly how you're going to do it? Well, the first thing is to skill, reskill, and upskill yourself. To skill is to find out exactly what are the skills required to pursue a career in these sectors. To reskill is, you may be knowing certain things. For example, you may be an MBA in marketing, you may choose MBA in marketing or MBA in finance or MBA in HR, but that is not just enough. You have to keep reskilling yourself. And just remember that today's professionals are very much required to upskill themselves. Although you are an MBA, although you are a successful professional with maybe even 10 years of experience, but even those professionals today are upskilling themselves. That is, they make sure that they add at least one or two certifications to their resume every year. This is the only way they can stay relevant to their organization, because there is a new generation coming out every year, and they bring in new skills, they bring in new focus areas, they bring in new kind of expertise which the previous generations may not have, and you have to keep pace with the changing times. So skilling, reskilling, upskilling, these are some words which we frequently use at Bhartesh Global Business School, and we encourage that all our students get these online certifications, extra training programs. We have tie-ups with organizations like NIIT, where we organize training in advanced Excel. We are training students on big data analysis, and we are encouraging them through institutional scholarships. and the faculty are trained in coaching the students for these kind of certificate programs, especially programs which are available through government portals like NPTEL. There are scores of programs, online programs, which are available, which you can choose from. And hence I urge you that instead of thinking that I just have a basic degree and I'm going to go for an MBA, but what are my prospects? Well, as I told in the beginning, being prepared for the future, being future ready, being future proof, I would say, be so strong, be four steps ahead of the future. So whenever the need arises in the industry, you are there with the right kind of skill sets that the industry needs. And this is how you're going to have a satisfying career which gives you a lot of job satisfaction. You're going to get a very rewarding career because your earnings are going to be good, and who doesn't want that extra earning? Being a professional, being into this management field, everybody yearns to have that kind of successful career. But preparation is the key, and we at Bhartesh Global Business School believe that you should get the right fit for your skills. Firstly, we identify what are your interest areas, and then we will help you to choose your correct specialization. Then we help you to get those skills that are required for all kinds of new age jobs in that particular specialization. So yes, you are prepared for the traditional jobs, but you are better equipped to handle those jobs which are the need of the future generations. So, all the best. And if you have any queries, please feel free to contact me. You can come to Bhartesh Global Business School. We can have a nice counseling session about your career prospects, all the courses that you can do, the skills that you need to acquire. Alternatively, you can call me on my number, or you can visit our Facebook page, or you can just drop a message to my email ID, that is Swati SWATEE at btgbs.in. You are welcome to Bhartesh Global Business School. If you have any doubts about careers, please feel free to reach out, because together we can build a stronger India. Thank you so much and all the best.